This is a Seeburg 1000 BMC1. When you first get it, if it's never been set up, this is what you're going to find, especially if someone shipped it to you. The shipping screws are right there at the bottom, and then you'll see a top screw hole right there. And then over here, you'll see a screw hole at the bottom next to the wing nut, and then you'll see another one back there. Now you can leave these screws in place, but the wing nuts, both of them, will be tightened all the way down for shipping. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to unscrew both wing nuts so they're all the way up, and then you're going to have to remove the bottom screw. You leave the top one, the bottom screw here. What this does is releases the turntable chassis so that it is free floating. Here, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. See how it bounces up and down? That means that it's isolated from the cabinet, and that way you won't get any feedback, or if someone bumps it, it won't cause it to skip. So you must loosen the wing nuts, both wing nuts, and remove the bottom screw right there. Then you're going to want to take your plates. Here is your bottom plate right there, and as you can tell, it's bigger than the top plate. You'll notice on the bottom, the way it's designed, it goes that way on the spindle. Alright, and if you see this little button here on top, that's a rapid record release. You also use that to lower your bottom plate. Now I'm gonna actually, since I can't set the camera down, I'm gonna hold on to the plate with one hand because I don't want it to drop all the way down. Alright, and I'm gonna push the button, and when I push the button, okay, see, it goes all the way to the bottom. Alright, so there's your bottom plate. Now, you may have to turn this just a little bit if when you push the button it doesn't drop, because sometimes it'll move just a hair. Alright, now, then you get your records. Make sure never to touch the grooves on your records. You see how I'm holding them? You never want to touch the grooves. You never want the grooves to touch anything except the needle. They are very fine. That's why it's a 0.5 milliliter or mil stylus on these things, and you don't want to put anything in the grooves, whether it's dirt from your fingerprints or scratches or whatever, because then it'll cause the record to skip or make a nasty noise. And you put all your records, and however many you have, Seeburg recommends that you play 25 records at a time, but with the top plate and the bottom plate, you can get away with playing less. Most replacement sets are 7 record set. So you put those on there, then you have your top plate. There we go. So you got Seeburg 1000. Both of these are felt letters, they're foam letters, and so they won't harm the record. So you can put it either side you want. I prefer the Seeburg 1000 side up. There we go. And then all you do is hit your on button, and of course plug up your sound, hook up your cable in the back. Now as you can see, when you first turn it on, it's going to automatically bring up the bottom plate because the sensor has told it that there are no records on it. And so you let it go through the cycle. And it lowers the bottom plate down. Got a little noise, it's just the bottom plate rubbing up against the spindle. No harm on that. Alright, and then the tone arm comes out and plays the bottom record. Now I don't have the audio on right now because I'm getting ready to pack this one up to ship. But anyway, that's how you do it. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. And whenever you're done playing, never unplug the Seeburg 1000 BMC. Always turn the off button. Go to the off button to stop it, because that way all the pulleys and the rubber flywheels are disengaged, and that way it doesn't leave a bump in them. Alright, once again, down here, the bottom screw has to be removed before you start playing it. Top screw you can leave. That's what holds it to the chassis. The only time you want to remove the top screw and the screw on the back of that little bracket is when you need to take the turntable chassis out to oil it. Okay, and again, same thing with these 2 screws. You can leave them mounted in there, the front and the back screw, but you must loosen the wing nuts all the way. And see, with all that weight, you want to make sure that with all the records on there, the wing nut is not touching that bar. If so, loosen it up a little bit more. You never want it to touch, okay? Now, I'm going to do another video after I get it all screwed up so you can see where the screws are and again which ones that you need to remove. But this is how you get a Seeburg 1000 BMC set up after it has been shipped. Thank you. I hope you learned something. I know I did. Bye.